Good morning, everybody. That's the first episode of Riffing on Mail Call since it became spring. Isn't that nice? I love spring. The weather starts to change, baseball's starting, and a young man's fancy lightly turns to thoughts of mocking his neighbors. The following calls are taken from editions of Mail Call printed in the Herald Mail from March 19th through March 30th, 2012, which can be read online in their entirety at www.herald-mail.com. First up from Hagerstown. Let me get this straight. Republicans hate big government and government telling them what to do, yet they're passing all these laws around the U.S. about women's rights to choose, about what women can do with their bodies, about how to vote, and about collective bargaining. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that government telling them what to do? Although at the state level, it's still government. So are you saying you don't want government to tell us what to do, or just Republican government? I've been joined by a visitor up here on the couch. The government telling other people what to do is fine. It's the government telling them what to do that the Republicans you're talking about have a problem with. If they objected to the government telling everybody what to do, then they wouldn't be Republicans. They'd be libertarians. And I'd still think they were full of shit. Have you ever noticed how many people want tax cuts and want prices held down, but only if it doesn't affect themselves? You know, the post office wants to downsize, but nobody wants to be involved in that part of it. They want everybody else's area to be downsized and not theirs. And it goes on and on and on. It's that way with everybody. We have to start thinking about the country as a whole and how we can get out of this debt we're in. Sharpsburg. Socialist! You know, if you hate this country so much, why don't you just get the fuck out? Actually, what I find odd is, more often than not, the people who respond to sentiments like in this call I just read with statements like that shit I just said, the love it or leave it bunch, who supposedly love this country so much, are the ones who bridle the most violently at being reminded that they live in a society and that it's better for everybody if we all just sort of pull together and work to take care of this country that we all love so well, and take care of the people that live in it. I mean, to me, it's a far more contemptible and sadly common condition than sunshine patriotism. Couch potato patriotism, you might call it. Is the only way Bill Maher feels he can make himself look good is to make fun of Governor Sarah Palin and her child with Down syndrome? Why does this woman who is bothering no one seem to be all Democrats can talk about? Where is the wonderful women's movement? Better yet, where is an apology from President Obama? After all, Susan Fluke got one from Obama when Limbaugh called Fluke a nasty name. I forgot. Fluke was trying to push Obamacare's freebies on taxpayers. Hagerstown. Three things. First of all, her name is Sandra Fluke, not Susan Fluke. She was mistakenly called Susan Fluke by Rush Limbaugh, so nice to know where you get your information from, Hagerstown. Secondly, Sarah Palin was not just some innocent woman minding her own business trying to raise her family. She was the governor of a state and a vice presidential candidate on the ticket of a major political party, all right? And third, it's probably not the only way Bill Maher has of making himself look good, but I bet it's a lot of fun. And not only does it do Bill Maher some good, but it makes me feel good, too. So, thanks, Bill. To the caller from Sharpsburg, I just wonder who the Democratic Party has sold their soul to when they agree with murdering of their unborn, which is abortion and same-sex marriage. Boonesboro. Well, following your statement, logically, it would be women who claim the right to control their own pregnancies and gay people who the Democratic Party has sold its soul to. And actually, that only makes sense, since the Republican Party doesn't give a shit about either group. I know there's supposed to be a law about loud music in your cars and everything, but when there's foul language in the music, and I have a child sitting in the car asking why that is, I was sitting in 3 lanes in Hagerstown yesterday. I'm on the right, the guy in the middle had his window down, the passenger window was up, there was a police officer in the left lane, very, very nasty music playing, and I'm blowing my horn to ask him not to play that because I have a child in the car. The police officer's windows are down, he can hear it, pays no attention. Hagerstown. Hysterically overreact much? Honk, honk. Officer, officer, the man in that car is playing music I don't like, and it's confusing my child. Why don't you do something? You think the child is confused now by that? Give the child a few more years. Come adolescence, they'll be confused by how they could possibly be related to you. Could someone tell me what the Ides of March means? Hagerstown. Could someone tell me why this was printed in the newspaper on March 26th? I'm calling about Bill Maher. They say he is a comedian. I think otherwise of him after his comments, his name-calling of Sarah Palin and Michelle Bachmann and Christians. And then on top of that, he comes and trashes Santorum and his family. That's okay. You go ahead and give your $1 million to President Obama, Bill Maher. Boonesboro. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, look, Bill Maher does not read the Herald Mail. He doesn't read mail call. He's never gonna see this little comment of yours, so... Alright, look. I'm getting a little tired of doing this, but I will call him and I will pass the message on myself, okay? I really don't like having to do this, but I'm a soft touch, and I mean, I might as well. As liberals, we all have each other's numbers anyway, so, okay. Don't make a habit of this. Oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to reach Bill. Oh, I see. Okay, he just stepped down to the grotto for a minute. Okay. Who is this? What's your name? Fontana? Like Tom Fontana? That's not your actual name, though. Your name is Fontana. So, what titty club did you used to strip at? Hello? Is anyone other than me concerned about President Obama's mandate on health insurance? Does anyone know the particulars? If so, I would like to hear them. Doesn't the president realize that if people could afford insurance, they would already buy it? To mandate the purchase of something that one cannot afford is unconstitutional. Are we all going to have to get reverse mortgages in order to pay? More people have to speak out. Funkstown. There's a financial hardship exemption in the mandate. More people need to take 15 seconds to look shit up. On April 3rd, the state of Maryland will vote in the primary for presidential nominees. As of Tuesday night, I have now made my decision to vote for Rick Santorum. After hearing his candidate speech in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, his honesty on the economy and freedom and for the hopes of America, I hope that everyone will understand. Boonesboro. Oh, thank God! Everybody, we can relax. Some anonymous random person from Boonesboro has finally decided who they're going to vote for. And they're going to vote for Rick Santorum, after hearing one of his speeches. You know, I wonder if he almost called President Obama a nigger in that speech. And finally, from Hagerstown, the reason why I'm calling is, if you're having difficulty getting your TV channels and you have a digital TV, my mom has been losing some of her channels since Friday, you still might need a digital adapter. That's actually not your TV your mom's been watching, that's the microwave. You need to get her away from that. It's really, really bad to sit in front of it for that long. Thanks for watching. Just a second. Hello? Bill! Hey! Oh, no, I was just calling to tell you that some anonymous person from Hagerstown said for you to go ahead and give $1 million to President Obama. It was in the paper. It was in mail call. They do this thing where people can call in. No, yeah, I know you did already. I think I was just... Okay. No, I understand. Okay, I'll let you go then. Thanks for calling back. Oh, Bill! Listen. When you call Sarah Palin a cunt, it makes me feel good. Hello? Thanks for watching.